Well, hey everybody, it is Carrie, and we are getting ready to head to Oregon. It's quite a drive, and we're gonna do the BDR-X route, which is 2 days, and then the full BDR route, which is about 7 days. So we're gonna be gone a long time. We're going by ourselves. We don't have anyone else going on this trip with us. So we need to be as self-sufficient as possible. And we're going to be there the first and second week of July. Now you think, well, that's the middle of summer, right? But the trails are just now opening. In fact, as it sits today, there is a section of the last section of the BDR we probably couldn't make it through because of a snowdrift right now that's still there. So we have to be prepared for a lot of contingencies. We may have to deal with that snowdrift. We may have to deal with a lot of mud because the snow is melting right now. I mean, that's higher elevations up north. It's not like Arizona. It still has snow on the ground. So we have to be able to recover ourselves and make sure that we don't run into any problems. So people often ask, what gear do you take? And I'm gonna kind of go over some of the main pieces of gear that we're gonna take with us on this trip. I'm not gonna go over every little piece of camping gear or every little piece of cooking gear. This is really my essentials, not Katarina's, my essentials to make sure that we're safe. First off, fuel. We have a Rotopax 4-gallon tank. This rides on the trailer. We have 2 3-gallon tanks that are gonna go on the American Adventure Labs shelf on the back. So that's 10 extra gallons of fuel. That should be plenty just in case. We shouldn't need to dip into these reserves. Shouldn't, right? We have heard of issues at one of the gas stops along the way. They have a single gas pump and it breaks down all the time. So we need to make sure that if we get there and that pump's not working, that we can get to the next gas stop. So we're carrying extra fuel. Because of the mud and potential snow, we have traction boards. So on the American Adventure Labs shelf will be 2 of the Max Trax traction boards. And on the trailer, we have 2 Bunker Industries traction boards. That should make sure we're good to go over there. Of course, we have a small shovel. And if there's nothing to winch off of, well, we need some way of dealing with that. So there on the end, we have our big Pole Pal ground anchor. That saved our bacon 3 separate times when we did the Wyoming BDR. Of course, we need to air down and air back up. So we have our EasyFlate Hyperflex and pump. We have a bunch of soft shackles. We have snatch blocks. We have a snatch ring over there in case we need to do some directional pulls. We have a kinetic rope. Well, now obviously a kinetic rope is only good if you have 2 vehicles, but if we're stuck and we need someone to pull us out, we need to make sure that we had a kinetic rope. We also have an additional 50 feet of winch line. So when I took the winch line off our last winch, I was able to save a good 50-foot chunk of it. So if we need to extend our winch line, we have 50 extra feet there. We got 2 30-foot tow straps, just in case we need to anchor or extend our reach if we have to do some winching. Of course, we have a tree saver. And based on our last trip, which was Rimrocker Trail, and doing the side trail, the Rubidoux, we now own a small chainsaw. So that was a big step. The tool bag, that's a Step 22 pangolin. That's got my wrenches, my sockets, my screwdrivers, all my standard tools. Any tool I need to work on the Jeep is in the Step 22 bag. I have a full set of impact sockets, and this bag here is full of miscellaneous tools. Has an impact driver, soldering gun, solder, wire crimpers, multimeter, channel locks, all kinds of things, miscellaneous tools that we may need. We have a standard tire repair kit, just in case. We have a couple glue treads for sidewall repair. And we have this awesome spill kit that we picked up in Las Vegas from some great people out there when we went wheeling with them. So just in case we have any problems, we have a spill kit. So that's going to cover the essential gear that we need to be safe. Now, most of everything here is either going to go in or on the Jeep itself. I mentioned that the Bunker Industries boards and the 4-gallon roto packs, that goes on the trailer. We'll probably do another video showing everything set up and how everything works. But there's one piece of gear that is probably more important than all of these put together. And it's this one right here. This is our Zoleo satellite communicator. This is going to serve two major purposes for us. First off, because we're going to be alone, we're going to have someone here, probably our friend Dana or our friend Josh, or somebody here assigned that we will check in with them in the morning, we'll check in with them in the evening. So they know where we are, where we're leaving. They have a printout of our route, where we're going, what we're doing. So they know where we're supposed to be at all times, and we can check in with them, let them know that we're leaving and that we've arrived at the next location. So this gives us peace of mind knowing that somebody knows where we are at all times, and it gives our friends peace of mind that we're out there being safe. Now, secondly, if we should run into a major problem, if someone gets hurt, if we have a catastrophic failure and we need assistance on the trail, we can hit the SOS on here. We'll get first responders to text us back, find out what's wrong, and send appropriate response to us. So if you are out in the woods, mountains, wherever, you need a absolutely reliable means of communication, whether it's the Zoleo or the Spot or the Garmin, whatever, satellite communication is the way to go. I would not trust the iPhone stuff yet. It's just not there. Maybe in iOS 18, it's going to get better. We don't know. But for now, a satellite communicator literally could be a lifesaver. No joke. It literally could be a lifesaver. So now I got to get all this stuff packed back up, get in, on, and around the Jeep and the trailer, make sure that we're good to go. And then Katerina, she's taking care of, what refrigerator we're taking, what do we need for food and drinks and all that stuff, and we'll get all that packed up. But I wanted to show you this stuff because a lot of people ask me about it, and I think it's good information. So I missed a couple things over there with the soft shackles. There's a regular D shackle. There's a hitch receiver. There's been a time where we needed to pull everything, the Jeep and the trailer, backwards, and there is a receiver on the trailer. So we're able to put this into the receiver hitch, connect a line to it, and pull backwards. So this has come in handy many times as well. So everything we need for self-recovery, I think I've got it pretty well planned out. So any questions, suggestions, for sure, put them in the comments below. Love to hear your thoughts on how we're getting prepared for this trip. So thanks for watching, everybody. From Katerina and myself, stay safe out there. We'll see you on the trails.